चलो लेट अस स्टार्ट नाउ बैंकिंग। ठीक है, बैंकिंग में दो ब्रांचेस है, वन इज़ कमर्शियल बैंक and the second one is central bank. Okay, in every country there are several commercial banks, but there will be only one central bank. Okay, now what is the purpose of commercial bank? Commercial bank act as a bridge between the people who are saving money and the people who actually need it. For example, in a place Jamshedpur, take an example, in a place like Jamshedpur there are 500 people. Okay, this is a hypothetical example. 500 people, each people save 100 rupees. Okay, 500 people will save 100 rupees. This means that 50,000 rupees are being saved by them. Okay, now if they save money and they keep money within themselves, then that will not grow, means that is useless. They have money with them, each one 100 rupees money, 500 people, but they are not using that money. Is that money of any use? No, that money is not for any use. It has been kept by the individuals by themselves. Okay, now imagine Tata Steel needs 40,000 money immediately, but the company do not possess that much of fund. So there is a gap between saving and investment. It means that people are saving money and Tata Steel require certain sum of money for investment purposes. Either Tata Steel is willing to buy any machineries or expanding their business, but the problem is they don't have sufficient funds. Now assuming this situation, what is the best possible use of the money that has been kept by the 500 individuals of Jamshedpur is collectively they can give the money to Tata Steel. Okay, Tata Steel then will start the venture which Tata Steel is planning. After that, if the venture is been successful, Tata Steel will earn lots of money in form of profit, and Tata Steel will return that money to 500 people, okay, with interest or extra commission or something. But the problem is, do you think that 500 people will give their money collectively to Tata Steel? No, it is a problem. Here banks come into play. Okay, banks are what? Banks are the financial institution which collects the money from the people who are saving it and gives them to the institution or the company or individuals who actually requires them. Therefore, bank act as a bridge between the saving personals to the investing personals. Okay, now talking about categorization of banks, there are many categories. Okay, bank can be categorized in many ways, like commercial bank, central bank, agricultural bank, cooperative banks, RRBs, regional rural banks, regional rural development banks. Okay, but here in macroeconomics we have to study about only commercial banks and central bank. Okay, now what is a central bank? Central bank is a financial institution who basically performs two major functions. It accepts the deposits and then lends the money on credit. Okay, so what are the two major functions of commercial bank? Accepting deposits and granting loans. And what is the purpose of accepting deposit and granting loans by commercial bank? The sole purpose of the commercial bank is to earn profit. Okay, if commercial bank will not earn profit, they cannot survive in the market. Got it? So talking about the meaning of commercial bank is an institution which performs the function of accepting deposits, granting loans and making investments with the aim of earning profit. What is their aim? earned profit. And what are some examples of commercial bank in India? SBI, PNB, HDFC, ICICI. These all banks are commercial banks. Okay, and commercial banks are the banks with which the general public deals day to day. It means that if you want to save money, you are a student right now, if you want to save money, you will go to any commercial bank or you will straightly go to RBI in Mumbai, commercial bank. Okay, so the next point is functions of the commercial bank. Commercial banks, the functions are divided in two broad categories. The first category is primary functions. Here primary means the basic functions which the bank performs. Every commercial bank will perform these primary functions. And the secondary functions means the add-on functions or the extra functions that commercial bank provides. It is not compulsory that commercial bank should provide secondary functions. It's up to their area of service and scope. But the primary functions is to be performed compulsorily by each and every commercial bank. And what are the primary functions? Only two: accepting deposits and advancing loans. Advancing means granting loans. Okay, now talking about accepting deposits. Commercial bank can accept deposit. Accepting deposit means the normal people or any people can go to commercial bank and deposit their money in basically three broad categories or three broad accounts. The first account is saving deposit. Saving deposit means the normal saving type account that the normal people uses. Okay, when there is some balance in that account, we can withdraw money or we can deposit money whenever we want. But whenever the balance is zero, can we withdraw money? No, it means we do not have money. So saving deposits are those type of account where the normal people deal with. It means that the normal people deposit their money in savings account. Okay, whenever you will get the passbook, you can see over there that your account is saving account or which kind of account. It is been mentioned over there. Okay, now the second type of account is current account. Current account deposits or demand deposits. Okay, the current account deposits are generally maintained by businessmen. What are the basic features of current account deposit is no, it can be done with savings deposit also. If you want, if I want that I want to transfer certain amount of money in your account through Google Pay right now when the bank is closed, I can do it right now or not? We can do it. ठीक है, तो ये बेसिक डिफरेंस नहीं है. The basic difference in current account is it is opened specially for the businessman. Now what happens with businessmen is businessmen have to make transactions on regular basis. Okay, as soon as a supplier demands for money, he have to send the money immediately, otherwise the whole business will be struck. Like the big companies like Tata Steel, it is working 24/7 in 3 shifts, shift A, shift B and shift C. Okay, for 8 hours. It means that Tata Steel may require money anytime during the whole period of 24 hours. It means that अगर रात को 2 बजे भी Tata Steel requires money, he have to send it. Now what is the main feature of current account? Current account enables the businessman a certain limit. Like if there is a small businessman, current account limit will be 50,000. If there is a big businessman with a large valuation company, his deposit means current account limit will be, let us assume 50 lakhs or 60 lakhs. Okay, now what happens when a businessman holds a current account is even though his account balance is 0. Now suppose there is a businessman whose OD limit, overdraft limit, is 50,000, and right now in his current account his balance is 0. He have to send 30,000 to a person, and what is his limit? 50,000. So 30,000 is coming under the limit of 50,000. Therefore he can send that amount of money even though he have 0 rupees in his account. Got it? But he have to again pay interest on it, because it will become a kind of short-term loan that the bank is giving to that businessman for a short period of time. But it is not possible with savings bank account. Okay, with savings bank account, if balance is 0 and there is a immense case of emergency, some accident happened, or you have to pay some certain amount of money right now, but in your savings account your balance is 0, you cannot send money. Okay, this is the basic difference. And the third type is fixed deposits. Like already said, through fixed deposits, commercial bank take money from public and for a fixed period of time, 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. Now what is the basic difference is, in savings account the rate of interest is low, okay, but in fixed account the rate of interest is high. That's why people deposit their money in FDs and RDs in the bank. Got it? All three accounts are clear: savings account, current account and fixed account. These are the three ways through which commercial bank take money from public as well as businessmen. Got it? Now the second function is, the second function means primary function में second function है advancing loans. Now loans can also be advanced under three heads. The first one is cash credit, second one is demand loans, and the third one is short term loans. Okay, cash credit refers to loan given to borrower against current assets like shares, stock, bonds. A credit limit, it has a credit limit, is sanctioned and the amount is credited into his account. The borrower may withdraw any amount within his credit limit and interest is being charged on the amount actually withdrawn. Okay, cash credit simply means that you have to give some current assets as guarantee to bank, and bank will give you a certain amount of limit, that 1 lakh, 2 lakh, depends on the amount of the current assets you have given to the bank. Okay, now bank has given you a limit of 2 lakh, but you need only 1,40,000 right now. You have only withdrawn 1,40,000 from the bank. Now interest will be charged on 1,40,000, not on 2 lakh. Okay, interest will be charged by the bank on the actual amount withdrawn by the borrower, not on the limit that has been set by the bank. But here the problem is, once the limit is set, borrower cannot withdraw the money which is beyond the cash credit limit. Got it? The second one is demand loans. Demand loan refers to those loans which can be recalled on demand by the bank at any time. The entire sum of loan is credited to the account and interest payable on the entire sum. Demand loan is that type of loan. First, bank, what will the bank do? Bank will create a loan account in their bank. It means that if you are going to Bank of India for taking loan and you have savings account in that bank, okay, the money will not come into your savings account. Bank will create a loan account and then transfer the money to your savings account, and the amount of loan and the interest that is been calculated will be calculated in that loan account. Okay, and here bank will credit the entire amount of the loan into your bank account at once. It means that if you are taking loan of 2 lakh, the bank will transfer 2 lakh into your loan account and then transfer it to your savings account. Okay, Now no matter if you are using only 1000 or 10,000 or 1 lakh or the entire 2 lakh sum, bank will charge interest on the whole money that has been transferred by bank to your account. It means that bank has transferred 2 lakh into your account, but right now you need only 50,000, so you have withdrawn 50,000. So interest will be charged not on 50,000 but on the entire amount of money, means 2 lakh, which the bank has transferred to your account. Got it? Any problem?
Saving account.
Then we have short term loans. Short term loans means personal loans given against any collateral security. Collateral security means you must have some assets like car, bike, gold or anything. You deposit it into the bank, and if the collateral amounted to rupees 1 lakh, bank will provide you a loan less than 1 lakh, means 80,000 loan bank will provide it to you. Okay, why? Because bank does not give the whole amount equal to the collateral security. It means that if you go to bank and if you give bank gold worth 3 lakh rupees as collateral security, bank will never give you equal amount of loan. Means bank will not give you 3 lakh as loan. Always remember this. Okay, now this concept is known as marginal requirements, which we will study in central banking function. Okay, controller of money supply. In that portion there is a topic known as marginal requirements. So what do you mean by marginal requirement? Is if you give bank the collateral security amounting rupees 3 lakh, so in that case bank will give you loan less than 3 lakhs. Okay, suppose 2 lakh 10,000, so the difference of 90,000 is my marginal requirements. जितना से कम तुमको लोन मिला ना अपने अमाउंट वैल्यू से, उस अमाउंट को क्या बोलेंगे? मार्जिनल रिक्वायरमेंट्स. और ये हम लोग को पढ़ना है कब? मनी सप्लाई के अंदर जो क्रेडिट कंट्रोल हम लोग पढ़ेंगे उसमें पढ़ना है. ठीक है, इसके बाद वाले चैप्टर में. ठीक. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू द सेकेंडरी फंक्शंस. ठीक है, in secondary functions the first we have overdraft facility. Overdraft facility is that facility which I talked in the deposit section, the current account deposits. Okay, if there is 0 rupees in current account of a businessman, then too he can send a certain amount of money. That amount of money is known as overdraft, and bank provides this overdraft facility. Okay, and always remember, overdraft is a short term loan which has to be paid by the businessman with interest to the bank. Then we have discounting bills of exchange. In class 11 you must have studied about bills of exchange. You have studied about bills of exchange in class 11 accounts. Okay, there we had a case that if I have a bills receivable and I want the money right now, I go to bank deduct some charges and give the money back to me. So bank also performs the discounting of bill of exchange. It means that you give bills of exchange to bank and in return bank will provide you money. Got it? Then we have agency functions. Commercial banks also perform certain agency functions for their customers. For these services, remember, for these services bank charges some commission. Okay, agency functions are those functions for which bank charges some amount of money as commission. The first one is transfer of funds. Transfer of funds means if you want to send money from your bank account to anyone else bank account, you can easily do that. Second one is collection and payment of various items. There are certain periodic items that has to be paid by you on monthly basis or yearly basis. For example, if you have taken a phone on EMI, then the EMI will cut every month. Okay, now if you join your EMI account with your bank account, what will happen? EMI will be deducted by bank account itself on monthly basis. You have to do nothing. Okay, so this function is called collection and payment of various items. Similarly, if you have money invested in certain area, and you will receive the yearly interest or monthly interest. So in that case, if you will link that account with your bank account, then that agency will directly send money to your bank account. Okay. Third one is purchase and sale of foreign exchange. Now if you want to buy foreign securities which are not Indian securities but the securities or stocks of US, Canada, China, then it is also been possible through the commercial banks. Okay, you have to contact the commercial banks. Fourth one is purchase and sale of securities like shares and debentures and stocks, all these things. Fourth one is income tax consultancy. Okay, if you want to prepare your income tax report that you have to submit to government, you can just go to any bank and they can prepare it for you. You have to submit certain details to that bank and bank will give you make the income tax return file for you. Okay. Sixth one is trustee and executor. Now what do you mean by trustee and executor is like there is a very rich person. Okay, he wrote a will, his children are small, suppose one is 12 years and one is 15 years, and that person have a very huge property. He made a will that each person will get which part of his property, but it is stated that the child will get ownership upon their father property after they attain the age of 18 years. Okay, till now father executed the will, means made the will and gave it to bank. Now what bank will do, bank will keep that will with themselves, and as soon as their children will become 18 plus, bank will transfer that will to the lawyer and lawyer will transfer the whole property to their children. Okay, so here bank is acting as an trustee. Trustee means a person or an organization who keeps something which does not belong to that organization. It means that you are giving me something, consider me as a bank. Okay, now you said that this is my necklace of gold. Okay, you keep it, and after 2 or 3 years when my daughter will come, please give this necklace to her. Now for 3 years I will keep that necklace, but as soon as your daughter will come, I will return that necklace to your daughter. Okay, so when I am accepting to keep that necklace, I am becoming the trustee of that necklace. Okay, because that I am not the owner, because that necklace does not belong to me. But as soon as your daughter will come after 3 years or 5 years and tell that my mom has given you to handle a bracelet of gold, then what I will do, I will just give the bracelet to your daughter. Okay, so in that case I will become a executor, as I am executing the work that has been given by you. Got it? That is the function of trustee and executor. It simply means any person wants to keep something with bank will keep it, he will become trustee, and as per the instruction of that person, bank will return that to its rightful owner. Then bank will execute the words, means the orders of the person who has given you to keep that thing. Got it? That is the concept of trustee and executor. Then we have letter of reference. Letter of reference means bank also write letter of reference for their customers, and in letter of reference they show their economic position. It means that if I am a trader or I am a businessman and I have to do deal with you, but you need a certification that I have enough fund to make money or to invest in your venture. So what I can do, if I will say that I have money, you will not believe. So in that case what I will do, I will go to my bank, means the commercial bank, and in the commercial bank I will say give me a letter of reference, and in that letter of reference there will be stated how much money I am having in my bank account over a period of time, and that I will give it to you. Okay, if you will find that yes, there is enough money in my bank account, then you will, what you will do, you will crack a deal with me. Okay, so letter of reference is also given by the commercial bank to customers, traders and their customers, etc. Then we have general utility functions. General utility functions means these are the general functions which are being performed by the commercial bank. Like one is locker facility. Every commercial bank have locker facility. You can keep your gold, precious documents, and you will get a key. Okay, only you can access that locker. Got it? Then we have traveler's check. Traveler's check means if you are traveling to any foreign country from India, it is not safe to take lots of cash with you. Okay, so on behalf of cash, what you can do, you can deposit that cash to the commercial bank. Commercial bank will give you a traveler's check. Then you go to USA. Then when you required certain amount of money, just cash the check from the respective bank which is present over there. Then we have letter of credit. This letter of credit means here to prove the credit worthiness. Credit worthiness means if I am taking something from you in credit, later I have to pay money to you. Okay, so if I will be credit worthy, it means that if someone says that he will have money in near future and he is able to pay you, then only you will give money. You cannot give money to anyone. You cannot give your goods and services to anyone as credit. Okay, you will only give your goods or services to someone in credit if they have the capacity to repay you in near future. Okay, if you know that person is lacking that capability to pay me in near future, will you give it? Will you sell your goods or sold your goods on credit to that person? No. Now if I say that I want certain amount of goods from you on credit and I will pay that money in next 3 months, then you need some approval or certification by a respected institution that yes, he is able to pay that amount of money in near future. So what I can do, I can go to bank and say that you have seen my bank has been observing the amount of money that is deposited and withdrawn through my account. So if bank writes a letter that he have every time 24/7 he have enough money, then he can pay you in next 3 months, and I will present that letter in front of you, then what will happen? After seeing that letter, you will be consoled, and what you will do, that as the SBI or HDFC bank has written that sir has enough money in his bank account, over the period of months he can pay me, then you will sell your goods on credit to me. Okay, so this is what do you mean by credit worthiness. Credit worthiness means, is the person able to pay that money in near future, for which I will give him the goods and services. Then we have underwriting securities. Okay, commercial banks also undertake the task of underwriting securities as public have full faith. Okay, public have full faith. Like if SBI issues any document in favor of any person, so will you doubt that person or not? Doubt nahi karegi. Why? Because SBI is a very reputed institution in terms of bank, and if SBI have approved something about that person, there is no matter of getting doubt. Got it? Then we have collection of statistics. Commercial banks also collects the data of industries and different kinds of sectors and publish them in their magazines. Okay, so these are some functions of commercial banks. In the next topic we will study about how commercial banks generates money. Okay, commercial bank sole purpose is to earn profit, so profit will be earned if they are able to generate money. Okay, so So there is a function known as money creation or credit creation by commercial banks. We will study it in next class. Okay.